Welcome to Monday Night Empower Call. Tova Privet here, and I'm excited to do a brief intro for our cruise recap, our Caribbean cruise. It was so incredible. It was so much fun, everything we hoped it would be. I had never been on a cruise before, so I'm glad to have had the experience now, and it was a good little bit of R&R and training. And so we wanted to bring back kind of the training aspect and what we learned from it. And a few things I want to tell you. A few years ago, for those of you who weren't with us, a few years ago, I was sitting in your seat thinking about how long is it going to take me to earn these trips? Am I ever going to get to go on these trips? And guys, it comes before you know it. So I promise you're all, if you stick in there and do the work, you're going to be there in no time and you'll be the ones talking about the recap. And I remember that transition and it was really fun and exciting. And so I'm excited to go on all the future trips with everybody here. I got to listen and chat a little bit with Gene Tips. If you don't know who Gene Tips is, he is our CEO of Plexus. Alec is the president. But Gene has been with us for 5 years now. And guys, if you know me, you know I can be a little skeptical. I can be hard to put at ease. I always feel like somebody is missing some detail that I want to catch. And after listening to Gene talk, I can't tell you how at ease he put me. And he put me at such peace. He is so on top of things that I haven't even thought of yet, as he should be with his job. But it was very reassuring that he has such a clear vision for where we are a year from now, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. He has over 20 years of experience in this line of work. So I just want you to know the guy we have at the helm is the right guy. And he's super humble. And he recognizes where Plexus needs to improve and what makes us different from other companies and how to make us a legacy company. So it was just really exciting to leave that meeting. And I looked at Sabrina and I was like, I have never felt calmer. I have never felt more confident that we are in the right spot at the right time with the right person. And so I, in essence, feel like for the future of the company, I can kind of just put it on a shelf and not worry about it because I know Gene has it covered for us and I can just put my head down and worry about what we need to for the next few years. All right, so that was my favorite thing. And I think Kristen's going to hop in next.
Hey everyone. So this was my first leaders retreat, and just to let you guys know how important it is to cast vision in this business. The last leaders retreat took place, I believe it was like end of February, early March, because I was super new to the company and being an ambassador. I had literally started January 28th of 2022, and I watched these girls head to the first leaders retreat, and I was like, oh, I'm going to the next one. And so here we are, and I made it. So cast that vision for yourself, set those goals. My biggest takeaway, honestly, was the sense of just pride. Like, I just felt so proud to be amongst fellow ambassadors and be with the CEOs, with everybody, the top of the company, because guys, they don't need to be there. So the fact that they were there pouring into us, like at this point in their career, they could have easily just sent other people to stand in for them. And we still probably would have been really happy. But having the ones who founded Plexus, created, like having them stand in front of us and talk to us and pour into us, I just felt a sense of so much pride. And there was a moment where Alec turned around and said, we don't pay for leadership. Like a lot of other companies do. And that was just like a moment that I was like, yes, because so many other MLMs are dumping money into leadership. They're kind of buying each other off. Like, we are not like that. We are genuine, true and true. I just had such a sense of feeling like I want to go out and tell everybody even more so about these products and these companies. The integrity is top of the line. We are who we say we are. And if you know me at all, I am all about that. Like, say what you mean what you say. And I feel like Plexus is that 1000% through and through. So pride for me was one of my biggest takeaways on this first leaders retreat.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah. I was Megan's guest and this was also my first leaders retreat. I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I was just excited to like finally meet everybody that I've been seeing on like team calls and interacting with here and there on social media. But My biggest takeaway, I work like a 9 to 5 job, and I've shared a lot with like Megan and Annie about my struggle there. And the biggest thing that I took away was just how incredible the culture is of Plexus. And the biggest thing, I can't remember if it was Jean or Alec or both of them at some point, just how much they hammered in what One Plexus is. One Plexus is a family. And I really, really, really got that feeling just from like meeting all of you guys, from meeting girls from other teams. Even on my shuttle on the way to the airport at 5 a.m., a random woman came and sat next to me. She was just 5 a.m., like no one's awake, right? But she was just like chipper and talking and asked if I was headed home, what I was doing in Florida. And I said, I'm just getting off a cruise. I'm headed home. And she's like, which cruise? And she was there with Plexus. And I immediately knew, like, I immediately felt so connected to her, and she was so friendly. And like, I just really feel like that speaks to who all of you guys are, who everyone on other teams are. It's just like everyone's a family, and everyone is just so friendly and kind. And I just have really found myself the last couple of days just like going to my regular day job. And as much as I love those girls, I have just like craved all of you guys and like wanting to interact and like talk to everybody. And that was the biggest thing, is I just felt so welcomed and so loved. And it's just not something you find everywhere.
Okay, it's my turn. So I'm kind of gonna go with what Sarah said. This was my first one. I'm from the same small one lot town as Megan, so you don't get out very much. I don't anyway. But so I was extremely nervous. I'm like, I don't know who Kylie is, but I guess we're fixing to find out. You know, meeting someone in Zoom is different than meeting them in person. I mean, we went to the beach. Tova said, you want to snuggle? And I'm like, what? Snuggle? I'm like, only like super friends say stuff like that. And then, I mean, just meeting everybody, got to take a picture with Kristen. I looked like I was cheesing it because inside I was like busting up, and got a picture with Sabrina. And it's just, and then fell in love with Sarah. And it was so much fun. And I don't know, it was just something about it. You don't get that everywhere.
Sorry, guys, I had to find the unmute button. No, I love what everyone has shared, because this is also my first leaders retreat. And I can tell you right now that I do not want to ever miss another one. This experience was just amazing. Like, seeing what this company does for us and how much they appreciate us is really just like mind blowing, because I've never gotten that anywhere else I've ever worked before. I've never felt so appreciated and so loved. And I remember I think it was in our first session, Genevieve was on stage, and something she said really resonated with me. And she said, the race of endurance is not won the first half of the race. And I got to thinking about that, because me personally, you know, in the beginning, it's kind of like we're in this for the long haul, right? And in the beginning, I took off at a sprint. It's kind of like a marathon. You know, you think of your warm market, you have all these people you're reaching out to. A lot of people are saying yes because you've built trust with them. And then as you start to pull away from the pack and set your pace, that's kind of when the work starts to happen, you know? And it just really, it gave me like a peace of mind that now that even though like I've slowed down a little bit, I know that I'm still on the right path, and all I have to do is just keep going. And if you guys are in that time in your business where you kind of feel stuck or things have slowed down, you guys keep pushing forward. Like, everything you have is just, or everything you want is just a reach away. Like you just have to keep going and you're going to get everything that you've ever dreamed of if you don't give up. And also, I can't remember who said it, but I have it written down. It says the opposite of success isn't failure, it's settling. And guys, failure isn't bad. You know, if you're in a situation and you kind of just think, oh, well, you know, this is it. This is where I'm going to stay. Like, no, keep pushing forward, fail forward, keep going after your dreams. Guys, this was just such an incredible experience. And I want every single one of you to be there to experience this because it was just amazing. And I don't know, am I passing it back to Tova?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it up for us. So Megan just hit on a lot of the things I was gonna say, guys. And we heard a lot of different leaders talk about a lot of different training. And one takeaway, not to be like we're amazing, but I want to give you confidence that you're on the right team in the right place, guys, because the stuff they went over and refreshed for us was just that. It was refreshment. Like we've heard all this, we've learned all this, we practice all this stuff. So it's always good to hear it again and get more details, but we're on the right path and we're doing all the things that all the successful people do. And I want you guys to just decide right now to be in Punta Cana, if I said that right, with all of us in the Dominican Republic. It really just make a decision that I'm going to be there and see yourself there. And then your brain will seek out ways to make that happen. There's absolutely nothing magical or special about any of us that go on any of these trips. We just made a decision to start. And it's important to have short-term goals and long-term goals. You know, we know we're headed to our huge dreams way down the path, and those are different for all of us. But your short-term, tangible, I can taste it goal and reward for yourself should definitely be Punta Cana. And so let me see, did I cover everything? Just lean in. What do we do between now and then? All right. So the holidays are coming up. And this is the end of our contest. I think we have 6 more weeks in the contest. So don't get worried if you feel like you're behind a little bit. First of all, you're never behind. You're right where you're supposed to be at this time for this reason. And just lean into kind of rededicating or dedicating yourself more to your business than you ever have and doing the simple things. Don't make it hard. It's your IPA sheet and it's consistency, guys. So quality definitely over quantity. And if you stick in, day out, people, especially this time of year, our team has a long track record of doing really well this time of year. People are excited, ready to spend money, want to feel their best. And not only are you going to help a bunch of people feel their best, people are looking for financial help, and you're going to end up in Punta Cana and get to take your own guests with you. So guys, we're finishing up a little bit early. If Natalie wants to add anything, I'll let her do that. But I'm just so excited to be together with everyone in the spring. She's good. She's good. All right. And the last thing I said, they were doing little interviews with us, and Natalie has said this to me for years. So I'm not going to take credit for it, but it always is seared in my memory that events are gasoline in your car. Plexus is the vehicle that's going to take you where you want to go for your future, but you have to put the right fuel in it. All right. And that's really events and community. So come into these calls, being in the book club, working your business, but events are such a huge part of it because it just presses fast forward on everything and really makes everything so tangible. Really, you can taste it. That's the only way I can describe it. All right, guys, take a little break, and then we're going to hop on Pink Power. And Pink Power is actually, I think, going to hit on some more of the training that they just covered in Leaders Retreat. So you haven't heard it all yet.